Year 10 Trigonometry Exam Practice Question 5. In the diagram below, ABD, ACD and ADE are right angled triangles. BAE is 90 degrees and BAC is 30 degrees. We know that B to C is 20 units and we know that A to D is 60 units. So we need to calculate A to C. So that is this line right here. So the first thing is for us to calculate that red line, I'm going to just draw up a triangle along here so that way we can work on it separately. So, and put all the information on. Okay, so for starters, the information we have is we know the angle is 30 degrees. And we know that we have 20 units here. What we are after is the hypotenuse. So that helps me because I know we've got an angle with opposite and we want a hypotenuse, which means we're using sine. So that gives me sine 30 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which is 20 over h. Now, next thing we need to do is get rid of h on this side. So to do that, we need to times both sides by h. If I times it right-hand side by h, it cancels out. And if I times the left-hand by h, it becomes h times sine 30 degrees equals 20. The next thing I want to do is I want to divide both sides by sine 30. And that gets me h by itself. And it also gets me 20 divided by sine 30 degrees. And this is where we just need to be able to calculate that now. And if we calculate that, that gives us h equals 40. That's the first step. But that tells me that this line here now, I know for a fact is going to be 40 units. So that's what we already know. Now we need to look at the next triangle because it says size CAD. So I'll delete this out of the way and I'll put that right there. So we need to now look at the angle of CAD. Again, I'm going to draw up a triangle just for us to put all the information down. So one thing we know is that we've got our base of 40 and we've got our hypotenuse of 60. And we don't know our angle. So straight away with this question is we know we've got adjacent and we've got hypotenuse, which means we are using cosine. So cosine alpha, because I don't know what it is equal to adjacent, which is 40 over 60. Again, I want to get my angle, so I do the inverse of cosine, 40 over 60. Now this gives me the angle, if I put this into my calculator, of 48.189. So now I've got this angle right here that I'll just put up here of 48.189. And that is degrees. Just so we don't get confused, I'm just going to draw an arrow over to that area. So we've got the second question now. Now we need to move on to the third. Now the third part says the length of DE. So again, I'm going to draw a triangle, just so we're not doing too much working out on the same picture. Now, to work out this angle, if the all three is equal to 90, then we need to go 90, take away 30 degrees, take away what we just found, which is 48 11.189. Now, if we do that, that gives us the angle of 11.811 degrees. So that is we already know the angle, 11.811 degrees. That's what we know. The next thing that we know is we know that our base of a triangle is 60. What are we trying to find out? We are trying to find out the height. So this part from D through to E. So that is our unknown. I'll just mark that as opposite. So this gives me enough information to be able to continue now, because we know we're looking at opposite and we're looking at adjacent, which means we are looking at our tan ratio. So tan 11.811 is equal to opposite over 60. I again times both sides by 60, and I get 60 times tan 11.811, and that equals my opposite. So my opposite is equal to 12.54, and that's our last answer.